I have read 147 productivity books in the last 8 years, and 137 of them were kind of not actually that great. But these 10 I'm about to run through, these 10 changed everything. When I was 25, I was the top salesperson at my company. I was breaking commission structures left and right. But outside of work, there I was a bit of a mess. I was overweight, I was undisciplined, and had just been rejected by a girl who saw right through my facade. That rejection led me down a rabbit hole of productivity literature. A lot of it was genuinely just recycled nonsense, but buried in that mountain of mediocrity were 10 books that actually work. Books that helped me lose 10 kilos, quit my job, and build 2 successful businesses. And to try to help others who might be sat in the same position, I'm going to rank them from good to absolutely essential. So number 10, Oliver Burkeman's 4,000 Weeks hits you with a truth bomb right in the title. If you're lucky, you get 4,000 weeks on this planet. That's it. Productivity books tell you how to squeeze more into your day. This one tells you to accept that you can't do all of it, and that's liberating as hell. Berkman argues that productivity culture is making us miserable. We're so obsessed with optimizing every minute that we forget to actually live. What is the key insight from this in my eyes? It's always bring genuine flexibility and joy to how you spend your time, and stay focused on what genuinely matters to you. This is why I think goal setting is such a valuable exercise. Book number 9 is Essentialism. Greg McKeown's Essentialism gave me permission to say no. And as a founder, that is your superpower. The disciplined pursuit of less, that's the tagline, and it is genius. McKeown argues that success leads to more opportunities. More opportunities leads to diffused efforts. Diffused efforts leads to failure. And so what is the actual solution to this? If it's not a hell yes, it's a no. I've turned down 3 potentially lucrative partnerships this year using this principle, and I have no regrets whatsoever. Book number 8. The 4-Hour Workweek. Before you roll your eyes, hear me out. Tim Ferriss's 4-Hour Workweek isn't really about working 4 hours. It's about leverage, or at least it is in my eyes anyway. The Pareto principle on steroids, you could say. 80% of your results comes from 20% of your efforts. So why are you wasting your time on the other 80%? Ferriss introduced me to virtual assistants, automation, and systemic delegation. My advertising agency runs on all of these principles, and it's why it's the successful business that it is today. Book number 7, Brian Tracy's Eat That Frog. It's a simple metaphor, but it's very effective. If you have to eat a live frog, do it first thing in the morning. Everything else will seem easy by comparison. Your frog is your most important, most challenging task, the one you're procrastinating on. I eat my frog at 7 a.m. sharp every single day. Usually it's the thing I least want to be doing, which is exactly why I do it first. Book number 6, The One Thing. Gary Keller asks one question that changed how I plan my days. That question is, what's the one thing I can do such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary? Not what are the 10 things, not what's urgent, what's the one thing? This is actually the inspiration behind the focus field within Zendays, where you can set the single day's focus each day of your week. Because most founders are doing too much busy work and not enough of the real stuff. Side note, I think it's normally sales. That's the one that most people, at least most founders I see, are dodging, and it's the thing that makes your business grow. So we should probably all do a bit more selling. Book number 4, Atomic Habits. Of course it had to be in the list. James Clear didn't invent habit formation, but he did package it up better than anyone else. He describes it as 1% better every day equals 37 times better in a year. The 4 laws of behavior change are brilliant. Make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying. I use these exact principles to build my gym habit. Haven't missed a session in 3 years. That's absolutely a lie. I have missed tons of sessions. Book number 3, The 7 Habits. This is Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits. It is really the grandfather of the productivity books. It was published back in 1989, and it is still relevant. Begin with the end in mind, put first things first, sharpen the saw. These aren't just catchphrases, they are operating principles. The time management matrix alone is worth the price of admission. Urgent versus important. Most founders live in a quadrant 1, urgent and important. The magic happens in quadrant 2, important but not urgent. Book number 2, we're penultimate moment in this video, and that is, of course, Cal Newport's Deep Work. It is required reading. You can probably see it in my background. Here is the brutal truth of that book. The ability to focus without distraction on cognitively demanding tasks is becoming rare and therefore valuable. Newport's formula is simple. High quality work equals time spent times intensity of focus. No multitasking, no notifications, no bullshit. I do 4 hours of deep work every morning, phone in another room, Slack off, email closed. That's when the work really happens. The world is made to destroy your attention span, everyone feeling they have ADHD. Deep work is one of the solutions to that core problem. And book number 1, it is Getting Things Done by David Allen. Of course, he is the GOAT. It was published in 2001 originally, and I still use the systems daily. You can see a copy of it in the background here. Your brain is for having ideas, not holding them. Capture everything, clarify what it means, organize it by context, review regularly, and just do. This is hugely built into Zen days. The entire week templating system, the vault, everything is built around the getting things done core concepts. The weekly review alone will transform your productivity. We have a version of this with Ava, who helps you to do that through AI-assisted feedback loops. Every Sunday, I spend about 90 minutes reviewing and planning around what Ava recommends. So there we have it. Those are my 10 books. You could read all 10 of these books. It might take you, say, about 40 hours, or you could just start with one. Pick the one that addresses your kind of biggest weakness, I would say. For example, if you can't focus, deep work. If you've got too much on your plate, maybe essentialism, or you just have no system at all, well, the Getting Things Done book is really solid. And please do drop a comment, by the way, telling me which one of these you're starting with, or any of the ones that I might have missed. There's only 10 books. It's obviously very difficult to fit all of the literature into only the 10 best. And if you want to see how I've integrated these principles into my weekly planning, Zendays was a piece of software with all of these principles built into it. It has a free trial right now, and it'll save you years of trial and error, because at the end of the day, reading about productivity is just sophisticated procrastination. The real work is in the doing, so now go eat that frog.